We have all been in those situations where we wanted to get closure on something from a person, from a situation. There are numerous things and just different parts in our lives where we wanted to be able to express what we wanted to say to a person or hope that they would actually give us the answers that we were looking for. Unfortunately, in the real world, that type of closure is not easy to come by. But I have a way to get, or I have 3 ways actually. I have 3 ways to help you get closure in those instances. So let's talk about the 3 different ways that you can get closure where the other person or that experience never has to be come up or brought up again. Well, physically at least. So the first way to get closure, and the easiest way for me, at least in any scenario, is to write a letter and burn it. Now let's talk about writing this letter. When I say get closure on a person, you're going to write a letter. You are going to write everything and anything you ever wanted to write in this letter. You can write all caps, you can cuss them out, you can say whatever it is that you want. The point of this letter is that you are acting as if that person is right there and they're going to hear everything that you're writing in this letter. And the way that the letter actually gets sent to them or received is you burn it. Now, please make sure that you're burning it in a safe place, environment. I'm just, be smart. But in my personal experience, I do this actually all the time. I have a cauldron that I will put I'll light it on fire first with the candle. I'll put it in, I'll let the ashes go out, and then I recycle the ashes back to Mother Earth. Important thing about when I recycle the ashes back to Mother Earth is I always say thank you. I say thank you for the release, thank you for the experience, and I'm reclaiming back my energy now. And that's important too, because if you have been wanting closure on something, or there's something that you've been wanting to say to somebody, that's staying inside of you. Now let's talk about something else too. This doesn't necessarily have to be with someone who you don't like or who ruined your life. Sometimes you just need closure on a situation that is still with somebody that you care about. That can be your husband. To be honest, I wrote a letter to my husband like a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't anything bad. It was just one of those things where I felt unheard about something, and I know he was listening, and I know he listens, but I just had emotions, and the emotions needed to get out. So I literally wrote the emotions out and burnt it, and I felt better and avoided an argument. I got closure on something that, he doesn't even know is really bothering me. And it was only honestly bothering me because it was like one of those things where I was too close to the situation and I couldn't get removed. I've done it with my best friend. I've done it with coworkers. And it really does help you release whatever it is that's holding you holding inside of you, and it helps you get that energy back. So, closure through writing and burning a letter in a safe environment and safe place. Be smart, peeps. I'm not trying to cause forest fires, and I'm not trying to bring your house down. Just be smart about burning the letter. Second way that you can get closure is by doing a cord cutting ceremony. Now, there are multiple ways of doing cord cutting ceremonies. You can Google it and you're going to find 50 different million ways. But the cord cutting ceremony I personally like to do involves 2 candles and a piece of string. What you do is you have one candle representing you have another candle representing the other person or the situation. You tie the candles together with the string so that way you have the ability to cut the string apart. What's the purpose of this? Is a very visual representation of you cutting those cords, of you reclaiming your energy. So when you have the one candle representing you and you have the other candle representing the other person, if you want to get a little into it, you can choose different colors for the situation. You can be white, the other person can be red, or whatever it is. Go ahead and give yourself that ability to just, have the candles in a safe space. Again, be smart. And then wrap the string, tie a knot, and then allow your thoughts, emotions, whatever, just to release as the candles are burning. Let yourself just have whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever feelings you want to experience, just let yourself do it. And then when you're ready, cut the string in between the 2 candles, and then it's done. You've reclaimed your energy. This way is very nice for people who need to have visual representations. I mean, burning a letter is pretty awesome too, but there's something about actually cutting that cord that has the finale, that has it's final, it's done, it's complete. It has I don't even know how to explain it. It's a whole other set of closure that you can receive just from cutting a piece of string. because you give your emotions into that string. You say what you need to say in your own head. Maybe you hear what you need to hear, and then you're able to move forward. The last way to get closure is something that takes a bit of practice. It's going to be a meditation. I'm actually going to be posting a closure meditation for Monday, so if it's something you're interested in, go ahead and look forward to it. But meditation is another way to get closure. A lot of times you want to do this with past loved ones. They don't have to have necessarily passed, but that's probably the most common way that this way of closure is actually performed or works best with. So when you get closure in a meditation, you put yourself into a clear space and you find yourself in a peaceful place. That's really important. Even if you're angry at the person, even if you have a lot of built up tension, anger, hurt, grief, whatever, you still want to put yourself in a safe space, in a calm, peaceful place when you are doing the meditation. And then as you go about the meditation, you visualize the person, and then you actually have a conversation with them. Now, here's the thing about the meditation. Is if you're able to actually allow yourself to sit in a meditation, this isn't something you want to do it as an active meditation, this is really something you want to do in a sit-down meditation. But if you can allow yourself to actually let the other person talk, you will actually find more closure. And there is a very wide belief, and I am part of this belief, that whatever the other person's saying is actually coming from them if they have passed. If they're not passed, I don't have as much faith in it, but if they're passed, I feel like you're actually really having that conversation with that person, and what the words are saying have truth to them. So this closure is it's very emotional, and it's something that can be felt on a very heartfelt level, and it is something that has the most and the greatest psychological effect and difference that can be measured. Why is it that something? Because science has proven if you can visualize and have an experience, then in your brain it is real. And if it's real, then it has affected you in a very real way, and you're going to see physiological results because of that. So if you can actually get yourself to sit into a meditation, and if you can get yourself to, confront whoever the other person is, it is a very great way to release and to actually allow yourself to have those experiences where your body is like, okay, this is real, that happened, and I'm letting go. So the point of closure is to retain our energy back. Because as long as we're like wanting or needing or just vying for that closure, we find ourselves giving energy constantly to something that we don't want to feed. We find ourselves constantly giving energy to somebody else or to another situation, and it's literally taking energy away from us. Again, this closure doesn't even have to be from something that's big or bad or something. It could be a situation with your mom where, you got into an argument and you feel like she just didn't understand you, but you don't want to have to keep bringing it up, so you write the letter. It could be a situation with your brother who is just not seeing eye to eye, and you've both agreed to disagree, but there's still things you want to get out. This is the best way to just reclaim that energy instead of storing it and allowing it to create more problems in your life. Another reason why we need closure is because it brings a sense of peace and calm, and it allows the universe to take over for us. We let go, we surrender, we drop whatever it is, and we trust that the universe is going to work the rest of it out. And I promise you, the universe always works it out. So another huge benefit and reason why we want to get closure is so that way we can let go, surrender, and trust the universe to do what it needs to do. That is also really important. Understand every time that you do this, every time you do one of these closure activities, whether it be write the letter, whether it be the cord cutting, whether it be the meditation, the universe resolves the rest of it for us. And you need to trust in that. You will see it in your real life, and you will see it in big ways. I'm not saying it's going to be immediately, but it's going to be something that's going to be effective immediately. And the big ways could really just be in how you feel. The big ways can be how your perception has changed since you released, or your big ways could actually be that the other person somehow seemingly seems to understand things differently, or seemingly has a new perspective. I've seen that happen in my life too, and it can happen in yours. Gotta have to try one of these things, though, in order for it to be done. Again, don't expect it to be right away. Don't expect it to be immediate. Yes, the effect is immediate, But if you're expecting to see change in something else, or you're expecting to see change outside of yourself, then that was the part that might take time. But the change that happens inside of yourself is instant, and that's what's important. That's all I have for today. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. If you would like some private coaching or a reading, there's a description, the link below. I thank you again, and remember that I will have a guided meditation for getting closure on Monday. So if you want that, look forward to it on Monday. Go ahead and subscribe to make sure that you see that video. That's all for today. Bye.